I just learned, man, like it takes a little more than just having good technique or whatever to beat the top guys. Like it's a lot more to put into that, and it helped me a lot. It helped me a lot going into this fight. Like that loss hurt, but it was a good one, and I needed it.
I can't imagine that fight was the first time you struggled with a weight cut. How long have you been thinking about going to 185?
For a minute, I'm thinking about it for a minute. But the thing was, like I was still winning. I was on the win streak and shit. So it was like just try to do this a little different. Try to run a little more. Maybe you can get the weight off and try. So like losing was a blessing in disguise. Like if I would have won that fight, I would have stayed at 70, and I would have tried to fight again for the belt. And eventually it would have caught up to me. But luckily it did at the time, and against an opponent like Koreshkov. And I'm just glad I'm not cutting that weight no more, man. It took a toll on me.
Coming in against Sasaki Kato, a pretty decent name here in Bellator. Did you think this was a good fight for you for your first try at 185?
Yeah. I thought it was a great fight. He beat the homie. He beat the homie Joe, and Joe ain't no punk. So I was like, damn, if he could beat him, and if I can get a chance to go out there and display my skills against him and get the W, then it shows that I could progress and move up in this 85-pound division too. But yeah, the dude was dangerous, man. I didn't take him lightly at all. And fuck, I'm just glad I got the win. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. The back fist, the rushing in, like he did everything that we worked on. We just worked on this shit constantly, day in and out, and it worked. Not that I had it won, but I knew if he was shooting, then there's a reason why he's shooting. And at the same time, I knew if he took me down, then it's not like he was gonna do what Koreshkov did to me. And so it did give me a little confidence boost knowing that, oh shit, he's going for the first shot. And I even feel like my ground game was better than this. So it did look like a little bit of desperation, but yeah, I noticed it. I noticed the signs. Like he's looking for anything to beat me. Like he knew he couldn't do it on the feet, and he's going for the ground. So I'm thinking, just keep it on the feet. Just keep picking it apart. You're doing something right.
What do you think's next? What's a fight that you think makes sense for you after a win like this?
I don't even know. Like I've told everybody else, I don't even know who's in this division. Honeycutt and wasn't it Rafael? Yeah, I know them too. But like I haven't put any thought into it. I haven't done any research. Like 170 pound, like I was looking at everybody. Lima, Koreshkov, everybody. That's all I kept. Rory. And then now, it's not that I didn't think that these guys were a threat, but it's just I wasn't even looking. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know who to even call out if I did want to call somebody out. So I don't know. I'm just gonna take whoever they put in front of me. Now this is finally what fighting feels. How I should be feeling in a fight. I shouldn't be feeling so dead that my cornerman had to walk me to the scale, and then I had to act like I'm perky and shit and hop on the scale and weigh. Like I shouldn't be feeling like that. And the stress going through the whole training camps with trying to keep my weight down, like it was stressful, and it messes with your head. Just stressing out about the weight cut when you should be worrying about techniques and getting better. All you're doing is worrying about cutting this weight. Oh, am I gonna make the weight? Am I gonna make the weight? It took a toll on me, and I'm tired of doing that.
You didn't get out of this fight unscathed. You have your right foot bandaged up right now. Any idea on what's wrong with your foot? Do you think you might have broken it?
Maybe, and it happened in the first too. I think I kicked his elbow in the first, and my whole foot just went numb. And then I just kept going on. But that was one thing that we worked on in the fight, was just working on that same move. And so I can't just abandon it now. If it's broken, it's broken. I'll worry about that afterwards. But in the beginning of the fight, like I knew something was wrong, and it was numb. I couldn't put much pressure on it, but it was just keep pushing. That's all that really mattered.